Hey everybody, it's Brian Schrader with the Coastline NC Real Estate Team at BlueCoast Realty Corporation. Down here in southeastern North Carolina, it's that time of year where we check in to see kind of where the market's heading. If you're listening to this video, we're going to go over some key indicators in on the macro, and then we're going to break it down to some specific towns that are popular here in our area. So I've been down here in the area since '96. I've been practicing real estate since about 2004. So that's enough about me. Let's go ahead. Today is October 7th. So we do this quarterly. So if you're looking to get a pulse on the market, or if you're trying to figure out what your home might be worth, this is some good information to start. But if you need a more in-depth analysis, definitely feel free to reach out to us. I'm going to post a link and a number at the end of this video. So let's just dive right into our region here. This is a graph of the Tri-County area, which is Pender County, New Hanover County, and Brunswick County. And we're going about 3 years back, so you can see where the trend line here has definitely gone by. Let's see here. This is January of 2021. You can see that this is the average price point is definitely dramatically increased. And in about 2023, it looks like things have flattened off a little bit. And our average price point is around, in the Tri-County area, around that 532 benchmark. If you look at another factor here, the housing supply definitely kind of looked like it bottomed out there in the beginning of 2022. And right now it's sitting at around 3.4 months of housing supply on the market. Now, I don't really look at this number in great detail right now, because if you look at the amount of closed sales going back, it's definitely trending down. So that the amount of housing supply number looks like it really jumped up, but the amount of closings also are very low. So that number is kind of skewed on the macro. What sellers are getting as far as percentage of ask price, back in July 2022, they're getting over asking. That number has definitely drifted down into that 98% of asking in this Tri-County area. So days on market again, bottomed out. Things were selling very swiftly back in June of 2022. And it looks like the average days on market is around 51 days. Now, we cover a big area, so these numbers are kind of, it's an average. So, but let's dive into the certain towns. So, a big town that we cover is Leland. There's a lot of communities and subdivisions in that area. So, if you look at the Leland area, you can see that the average price point is starting to flatten out, even maybe drop down a little bit. But I would say that it's probably just kind of evening out right now. And the months of housing supply definitely is going up. We got around 2.8 months of housing supply on the market in the Leland area. Percentage of list price average is going to be around that 98% or 99%. You can see things are starting to get just a little bit more competitive in the marketplace. And then the closed sales are definitely down. There's not as many transactions as you can see compared to about a year ago. And then you got days on market here. You can start to see that the days on market back in August of 2022 have creeped up. They were around 19 days on market. Now they're running about average around 62 days on market in the Leland area. So that's Leland. And then let's go on to another area that we cover. If we go into Hampstead, you'll see here the average sales price still pretty strong in Hampstead. Looks like you're probably going to see it leveling off a little bit, but we're kind of like in a weird spot right now. You have I call it the election pause, where no one makes big decisions before an election. It doesn't really matter who wins, who loses, but people just do not make those big commitments during that time frame. So you're getting a little bit of pullback there. And also too, in counterbalancing that, rates are starting to come back down. I suspect that they will continue to come back down, which is going to really change the market here. So we'll see what that looks like. But months of housing supply in the Hampstead area, you can see it's trending upward. The percentage of list price to sales price is around 99% in Hampstead. Price per square foot in Hampstead peaked out around 215, and you can see it's a slight, we're trending down, but it's like right at 210 right now, the month of September. And then the days on market here are definitely slightly trending upward, around 58 days on market for the Hampstead area. So let's take a look at some other areas here that we cover. Let's pull up the city of Wilmington, and let's go back here, and you'll see that the average price point went up to around 600,000, and it looks like it's starting to level out a little bit for the Wilmington city area. The months of housing supply, you can see that is trending upward as well. In September, it was around 2.2 months of housing supply that was on the market. List percentage of ask, what sellers are getting. You can see back in October last year, people were getting either 100% to over asking, and that has fallen down into like that 98% of asking. So still really strong, but definitely trending in the other direction compared to what it used to be. And then our days on market in Wilmington, back about a year ago, it was around 20 days on market, and now we're averaging around 40 days in the marketplace for the Wilmington area. So let's move on to, let's say, take a look at some different areas. So we got Calabash is a good area. That's not what I'm looking for. Give me a second here. And so Calabash, you can see in Calabash, if we go back to the average sales price, looks like it's leveling off in that 350 benchmark range. Months of housing supply, you can see that the supply back in October, or September was about 1.4, and now it's creeped up to around 7.8. Now, in Calabash, it's a little bit different. There is a lot of new construction, so you can see that housing number has really jumped up because of a lot of that new construction down there in the area. You can see also too, percentage of list price to what the sellers are getting is around, you can see it dip down a little bit back in September of last year, but it looks like it's back up. And that's kind of weird. That's the only trend that kind of is bucking the system, so to speak. But if you really look at it, the big builders are down there with a lot of these new construction homes, and their prices aren't really coming down, but they have a lot of incentives. So it's a little bit of a false positive because they're giving away bulk incentive, buy downs, closing costs, and stuff like that, which keeps the price up there, but also discounts it as well. It just doesn't show up in the numbers here. Days on market, you can see that trend line is moving upward. So that's kind of talking about like this with other areas. It's kind of following the same trend line. And then that price per square foot is leveling off around 190 per square foot average or medium price per square foot. And the average here is around $200 average price per square foot in the Calabash region, so to speak. So let's move on. Let's take a look at one of our beaches. Let's take a look at Oak Island. Bear with me here in a second. We'll pull up Oak Island. So let's go back to the average sales price. Oak Island, it's around 600 to 620 or 636. So you see this trend line here is starting to level off as well. The months of housing supply has gone, it's been in that 2 month, and it really just jumped up to around 11.2 months of housing supply in October. That's quite a bit. I think a lot of people that have the vacation rentals are starting to put their properties on the market. It is that time of year where they're not receiving income in the off season, and a lot of those homes will hit the market. But let's look at the percentage of what they're asking to what they're getting. Back, they were getting around 98% down in Oak Island back in 2022. And it looks like that's trending downward to around 96%. So there's a little bit more wiggle room down there on the island, which is different than past videos that I've done. Price per square foot is around that 417 mark in the days on market. Kind of bottomed out 32 average days on market back in 2022. And it's kind of going back and forth a little bit from 59 days to 76 days on market to now it's around 65 days on market. So that's Oak Island. But I just wanted to kind of give you guys like a general view of some of these big areas. If you guys want, a personal analysis done on, I can do it by neighborhood, on your personal house. Always feel free to give me a call here at the number. Again, it's Brian Schrader with the Coastline NC Real Estate Team. Markets changes all the time. So, that's why I do these videos every quarter. So if you want to be notified on the next one, hit that subscribe button at the bottom. And again, if you want an analysis done on your house, we do CMAs. And we also do appraisal services as well. So feel free to reach out anytime. And we hope to see you guys here on the next market update. Take care now.